call me Xavier. I'm Mr. Nuttall's 10th grade English class. Kind of nervous right now to lead on the show, but gotta do what you gotta do, right? This poem's called Instead. I wrote it for the poetry unit we were doing back in November, and yeah, hope you guys like it. So last night, I had a dream, and in this dream, my mind took us back to when I met you, and you met me for the first time. We relived past lives, yet each step backwards through time began feeling like billions of years, and I forgot everything that I wanted to tell you, to the point where I was too nervous to even introduce myself to you. See, we were both stars. Billions of years ago, when the universe was still young, we formed the same constellations, and together we brightened the sky. But you were always miles away from me, so I whispered messages on stardust, and I sent it to you. By the time they got there, I died. And then I was resurrected as a Greek who lived in Athens, and you were a goddess that lived on Mount Olympus. And every day I'd walk to the foot of the mountain, hoping you looked down from the pantheon and noticed that the constellations in my veins matched yours. But I was just a mortal, and I died worshiping a marble statue of you that barely captured fractions of your beauty. And then I opened my eyes, and I was Leonardo da Vinci, and you were Mona Lisa, and I thought maybe, just maybe if I painted the comets in your smile perfect enough, you'd remember me. But when I finished my painting, you never came back, and I died without ever seeing you again. And then I came back again as a hummingbird. And every day I'd visit you while you watered your garden. I would sing you songs sweeter than any orchestra could ever play for you. And I thought, finally, you recognized me. But one day you moved away, and the loneliness killed me. And when I awoke, I was a piece of chalk. And you were an eraser. We were both owned by Albert Einstein. I would write equations on the board. You would fix all my mistakes. We completed each other. But when he died, so did we. But I never gave up, and I kept coming back to look for you. I wore a name tag everywhere I went, thinking to myself, maybe, just maybe you were one of the strangers that I passed by every day, and seeing my name would help you to remember. I drew arrows on pieces of cardboard that I would hammer onto telephone poles. They would point in the direction of my house, and I prayed once, just once you followed them like breadcrumbs, and we find each other again. I wrote hundreds of letters that I would put into these glass bottles. I would cast them out into random directions of the sea, hoping just once, one would float to your feet while you walked on the beach, continents away, and you'd read it and write me back. But each time you never did, and I died. Man, I died without ever finding you, but even worse, I died right before I got a chance to tell you. It took me a billion years to say. That's why today, maybe I'll hug you just a little too tight, or make it awkward if I stare at the stars in your eyes for too long. But it's only because I'm scared that one day I'm going to lose you, and I'm going to have to find you all over again. And let's be honest, I do not want to spend another billion years looking for you. I want to spend them with you instead. Thanks, Ed.